Welcome to The Explainer. So, you know all those photos you take and share? Well, today we're uncovering the secret data trail they leave behind. It's a story you might not even realize you're telling. You know, every picture you've got tells two stories. There's the obvious one, right? The one you actually see, the smile, the sunset, the great meal. But then there's this other, invisible story, written in data that travels right along with it. And believe me, it can say a lot more about you than you think. So what's writing this invisible story? It's something called EXIF data. Just think of it like digital exhaust that's attached to every single photo file. It logs the time, your phone model, and here's the big one, your exact location. This stuff doesn't just say, hey, I was here. It can literally reveal where you live, where you work, the whole 9 yards. Okay, but here's the good news. You can totally control this. So here's what we're going to do. First, we'll unpack what your photos are really revealing. Then we'll get practical with step-by-step guides for both Android and iPhone. We'll tackle the cloud, and we'll put you back in the driver's seat of your digital story. All right, first things first, let's really dig into what your photos are revealing. Because once you see what's being shared, you'll get why taking back control is so important. So what are we talking about here? Well, it's stuff like your GPS coordinates, the exact date and time, your phone model, stuff that seems harmless on its own. But here's the thing. It's how this data combines that's so powerful. Those GPS coordinates don't just show a random spot on a map. They can pinpoint your home, your office, maybe even your kid's school. And when you add in the date and time, suddenly your photos are drawing a detailed map of your life, your daily routine. It's a whole profile of you just hiding in plain sight. Okay, enough with the scary stuff. Let's start fixing it. And we're going to start with all you Android users out there. We're going to shut this data leak off right at the source inside your camera app. Now for Android, the process can be a little different depending on what phone you have. But don't worry, the goal is exactly the same. We're going to walk through the two most common ones right now, Google Pixel and Samsung. All right, if you're rocking a Google Pixel, this is super easy. First, just open up your camera app. See that little arrow at the top? Tap it to expand the menu. From there, you'll hit the settings gear icon, and right inside, you'll see a toggle for location. Just flick that switch to off, and you're golden. Any photo you take from this moment on won't have that location data attached. And for all you Samsung users, it's pretty much just as simple. Go ahead and open your camera and tap the settings gear you see right on the main screen. Now, you might have to scroll down a little bit, but you're looking for an option called Location Tags. Once you find it, just tap the toggle to turn it off. And that's it, you're all set. Okay, that's great for all your future photos. Problem solved, right? But what about the hundreds or maybe even thousands of pictures already sitting in your gallery? You know, the ones that already have location tags on them? Well, you can clean those up too, though it's a bit more hands-on. Just open your gallery app and pick a photo. Now, you need to find its details. This is usually hidden behind one of those three-dot menus. Once you're looking at the details, you should see an Edit button. Tap that, and you can literally just delete the location data from the file. I know, it's a bit of a pain to do one by one, but it's a really powerful way to retroactively lock down your privacy. All right, let's switch gears. For all the iPhone users out there, listen up. Apple actually bakes some really powerful privacy tools right into iOS, and we're going to show you exactly how to use them. Honestly, the single most effective thing you can do is to just block the camera from ever accessing your location in the first place. Here's how. Open up your main settings app. From there, go to Privacy and Security. Then tap Location Services. You'll see this big list of all your apps. Just scroll down until you find Camera, tap on it, and select Never. Boom. Just like that, your camera is completely cut off from your location. And hey, want a pro tip? For anyone who wants to be extra sure these settings stick, you can use Screen Time to actually lock your location services. What this does is it prevents anyone, or any app, or even you by accident, from turning location back on for your camera without a passcode. It's a really neat little trick. Okay, so what about photos you've already taken on your iPhone? You've got a few different options. The fastest fix is right there when you go to share a photo. See the Options button at the top of the share screen? Tap that, and you can strip the location data for just that one share. But if you want to do some serious editing, like on a bunch of photos at once, you'll probably want a dedicated third-party app. And of course, if you're a Mac user, you can manage all this stuff super easily in the Photos app on your computer. But wait, we're not done yet. Fixing your phone's settings is huge, but it's only half the battle. Because the second your photos get backed up to the cloud, I'm talking about Google Photos, iCloud, you name it, a whole new set of privacy rules comes into play. So let's do a quick privacy checklist for Google Photos. First, be careful about joining shared albums from people you don't know. It's also a good idea to disable your main Google location history. And you should definitely review your album sharing settings every now and then. But out of all of these, the single most important setting has to do with what happens when you share a photo with a simple link. Seriously, this is the one setting everyone should turn on right now. In your Google Photos settings, under the sharing options, there's a simple little toggle. It says Remove Geolocation in Items Shared by Link. Flip that switch on. From now on, whenever you create a shareable link for a photo or an album, Google will automatically strip out all the location data before anyone else can see it. This is an absolute privacy game changer. Okay, so we've gone through all the how-tos, all the clicks and toggles. Now let's zoom back out for a second and talk about why this matters so much. Because this is about more than just settings. It's really about authorship. You know, after all this, you might be thinking, how many geotagged photos does it really take to cause a problem? To reveal where you live or where you work? To start piecing together a map of your entire life? The answer is one. Just one. That single photo of your new puppy in the backyard, that one selfie in front of your office building. That's literally all it takes. And that really brings us to the heart of it all. Your data is telling your story. And you should be the one holding the pen. You should be the one deciding which parts of that story get shared and who gets to read them. See, this isn't about hiding from the world. It's about taking control of your own narrative. By taking these simple steps, you've basically taken back the pen. You are the author now. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you're in control of the narrative, what story are you going to choose to share? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.